Right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day. I am welcome. Yeah, let me get going here. Hey, welcome. My name is Darkwell Algo, and thanks for joining me on another morning watch list building session. Today is Thursday, September 16th, 2021. Um, I have a hoodie on and I live in Arizona. So unfortunately, I don't know if I'm getting sick or not. If I get sick, I'm gonna lose my shit. Um, I hate being sick. That's why I refuse to do it. Okay. I'm going to get a quick chat, audio check, and say morning to the chat, and we will get going. So, overnight futures, they faded slightly, which is to be expected. We were running into some longer term overhead resistance. So I will go into futures a little bit. Let me do an intro, and then we'll get going. So I'm Darkwell Algo. I am a smart money dark pool and block trade algorithm analyst. What I do is I follow the flow index all day long. What that is I use a tool called FlowTrade. It's a smart money dark pool block trade algorithm software. It tracks large institutional hedge fund and smart money transactions. It allows us to see what the big boys are doing in a predictive real-time indicator. It's not a lagging or history looking indicator like everything else is. So MACD, stochastic, RSI, exponential moving averages, all of that is what happened in the past, right? Trying to figure out what may happen in the future. What we're looking at is what's happening in real time and what is happening in the future. In the future, what I mean is if you look down here in this lower right hand corner at AZN, if you notice that let me just start over. So the charts that you see here, the purple line is the regular algorithm. If I draw red lines, those are regular block trades. Blue lines are dark pool block trades. If I draw a white line, my boy Lazaro is going to love me. Except for he's not even on, man. I got to quit shouting him out this early in the morning. That guy, I swear. No, it's an area where there's a dark pool and a regular block trade so close that I couldn't draw a line to separate them out. Okay, so that will be the white lines. If you see yellow, that's my markup. That's my interpretation of what's going to be happening. And white is price action. So in the lower right-hand corner, you see AZN, where price action is selling off and the algo is actually buying into it. That's large institutions making a move, right? So what we would look for is for that divergence to play out where price action and the algo had diverged, similar to gaps, those have to play out. So the price action will more than likely follow the algorithm. So if price action is selling off, we find a bottom, the algo is buying into it, and price action will rise back up to complete out that divergence. Okay, quick overview on how things quick overview on how things are done. All right, so I take requests. I've got a couple stocks that I want to look at. My list is very low this morning because obviously it's been an interesting morning so far. I woke up last night with the worst Charlie horse in my calf. I don't know if that's ever happened to you, but I feel like I got like stabbed in the calf. And now every time I go to walk around, it's there. It's a little subtle reminder that I'm in pain, which sucks. I'm not going to let it just distract me from my job to do today. I've got a job to do, and that is to find stocks that are going to make a greater than expected move. Okay, with that being said, get your requests in now. I have a watch list that consists of, nope, I copied something else. Let me grab my watch list and I'll post it in the chat and we will go from there. Okay, so I am looking at all the S stocks today. I think we should just alphabetize and do a group per day. So the stocks this morning are going to be Snow, Snap, SE, Square, CrowdStrike, Airbnb, Facebook, as well as Microsoft, because I still have one contract left. Microsoft rallied yesterday. Saved my ass. Let's go. Okay. All I ask in return from what I'm about to provide you is you hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, share it with your friends, families, neighbors, even your puppies. We love the animals on the stream. Okay. All right. What's up, Anthony? Good morning. Let me know if you have any requests. I just want to say one thing real quick. My chat on my live stream is the best. You all bring the bangers, the plays that y'all bring out are the bangers. I don't know where you're finding them, but they are rip faces off every day. Thank you so much for helping source that information. Really, really appreciate it. So let's jump into it, shall we? All right, stream is good. I've got futures up here, futures up here. Everyone knows that I work with a couple different companies, specifically the Bullish Bears. I love the Bullish Bears. They have single-handedly saved my trading career. My journey started with getting fooled into all these YouTube advertisers, pump fakers, fake gurus, Discord makers, Spud Zone creators, all that BS. Lost quite a bit of money until I found the Bullish Bears. I learned how to trade from them. So shout out to the Bullish Bears. If you're interested, hit me up. I can get you guys some subscription memberships. We'll get you taken care of. If you want to learn how to trade, if you want to learn how to do any sort of advanced option strategies, if you want to learn how to trade futures, Rose in the Futures Room is the best, I swear. So, yeah, just shout out. I just want to show my appreciation. They really did change my life, and I wanted to let them know about it. Of course, I'll be talking with them here in a few minutes anyway, but I just thought I'd do it on the stream too. All right, so as far as stocks this morning, I need to, like I said, what is going on here? Why is everything so laggy? I need to come up with a new scanner. The one I have doesn't really work that well anymore. Okay, moving on. Looking at futures, ES, nice rally into overhead resistance. We broke that, and we're just riding it back down. Currently at mid-level support. The same with the YM, NQ, just pretty much across the board. It's important to notice gold sold off, crude rose. So it's OPEX week. Typically we have a fade. They may have done it a little early. Be careful at the open. Yesterday could have been a rally to the mean, so we should have sold into that rally. Be careful. Bonds are down. The yen is down. So that's good for our market. Crude is down. So if this bottom row here, if this is down, this top row should usually be rising. Okay. So we're going to keep an eye out for those. YM, like we have to look at our overhead resistance, our longer term overhead resistance. And YM looks like it might be the first one to break out. Okay. I'm worried that I'm getting sick. I got to get that out of my head. I'm a firm believer that what you put out in this universe, you get back. So if you're putting out all this negative vibes and stuff, then that's what you're going to get back. Real quick look at Microsoft. I'm going to get rid of this little white line right here. So I posted yesterday about a good perfect example of the Wu-Tang pattern reversal. I'm going to show it to you one more time, and then we're going to get going. Shall we? Okay. Pull back, rally to the mean, or rally, right? Rally back up, pull back, making a higher low for an explosive move to the upside. This is the Wu-Tang pattern reversal. You can't really see it very clearly. Move it around. I figure if I keep talking about this, one day the RZA is going to see it and give me a shout out. All right. So that's the Wu-Tang pattern reversal. And all right. Okay. Let's get going, shall we? All right. No requests. Yeah, market's been weird this week. It has. I'm going to check out. This is going to kill my stream, but it's okay. I want to look at the ES on the daily and see what that rally was. If it was a rally back to the 21, could be fun. All right, so what the hell? Sorry. I thought I did a forward slash. Come on. I think I just locked up my machine. All right, so the ES. I see a W. Does anybody else see that? W. All right, there we go. It's pulling in a lot of data. So we are still in a nice uptrend, right? The trend is your friend until the end. Let me get rid of this little line here. All right, so we sold off all the way back down to the 50-day SMA. We maintained that, right? Nice bounce yesterday, rally to the 21. Today it's the decision-making day. Was this a rally to the mean for a continuation to the downside? Let me see if I can find an example in the past where that's happened. Like this move back here, back in May, we rallied down, we sold off to the 50, maintained support the next day, right? Rallied up to the 21 and then sold off after that. Same thing. Pretty much every, like, do you see where this lines up? Every time there's a rollover, we sell off into the rollover and rally after it. Sell off into the rollover, sell off into the rollover, rally, sell off into the rollover, rally, sell off into the rollover, rally. Like, it's not rocket scientists. It's right. This is very, it's not symbiotic, but lots of confluence, very, very consistent, right? Ever since the beginning of this year, really. Sell off to the 50, rally. Sell off, rally, sell off, rally. So let's just keep an eye on it. Today is the decision-making day from a an overview perspective. This is what we got going on. We have a decreasing histogram into a squeeze, right? That could fire off to the upside because we do have stack positive moving averages, right? We're currently trading in between two significant price levels, right? Right at a previous supply zone. Looking for this histogram, the MACD histogram, to curl over and release to the upside. And if we get a lot of volume in today, which we may not, because I think Yom Kippur just started, so there may be less large money in the market. I mean, there's all these little subtle nuances that make the market go around. As far as price targets go, I'm looking at I'm thinking a rally to the 50%, retracement 448738, potential 4500 by Friday. Contrarian, we reject off of this 21 EMA, which would be the rally to the mean, okay? And we have downside movement. We have downside potential to the 34, right? 4450. Break below that, we're going to come back down and test the 50 at 4428. Potentially all the way back down here to 4390 or 4385. Okay. So I showed you the ups and the downs. That was ES. I'm going to check out NQ real quick. And then we will get moving with the rest of the market. It is important that we check in on this every day because this is the larger, this is the overall market view. Like, this is a bus driver, okay? We're just pushing the car up the hill. The bus driver's the one that's applying the brakes and steering us the right direction, okay? And I don't know, there's so many different analogies to look at. So NQ is a little bit more worrisome. We have touched the 50 a couple times in the past, but it seems like they're really just trying to pull the NQ back to the 21. So fade to the 21, rollover, rally. Fade to the 21 on rollover, rally. Fade to the 21, right? Rally. You can set your calendar to it within probably 8 days before and after is where we're going to get the most volatility. I'll look into that. I might want to create a study for this. Okay. Let me just get a little bit more information here. All right. So we sold off. Sorry about that. We've got a little bit more fading to happen. No real squeeze on the daily for the NQ, right? And we're looking for that MACD to curl around. We found support at the 21. I don't quite have the levels I did with everything else, but I can put a fib level on here and we can look at some potential targets. So when I go from high to low, right, we are currently trading. We're currently trading below the 382. So we sold off, we rallied to the 50% retracement. Do we continue to sell off back down to the 34? Eesh, that would be horrible. That'd be ugly. That would be the predictor of a larger move to the downside. So today's a really important day. If we can close above the 50% retracement, then I would say that the trend has reverted and we will continue upwards. Last time we sold off, we came down and touched 21 in the 50. Before that, down to about the 30, and then we rallied. So we have to keep an eye on the NQ and the ES. Okay, moving on. Let's get into some stocks, shall we? All right, so Microsoft is on my list. Hold on, I got to do something real quick. If I don't change this to something that doesn't have a lot of volume in it right now, my stuff's going to lag for days. Let's look at Adobe. Adobe came out. Adobe had news this morning that their payment system is going to be available soon. I fully anticipate Adobe rallying today. All right, that's Adobe. All right, I should be able to, hold on, one more thing and then we'll get going. Apologize. This is taking up a lot of data. We don't like things that take up lots of data. Where's it at? Here we go. If you're like me, you've got a billion different studies or grids set up. I should just go through and clean this out because I really only use 2 now. All right, Microsoft. Where's my list? Snow, Snap, SE. All right, these are all looking pretty decent. Microsoft, explosive move, right? The algo is turned up and it's trading with price action. We have a dark pool block trade for Microsoft coming in at 304.90. That's going to provide support resistance. If we can get up above that and come back and back test it and provide that new level of a new base level, right at 34.90, then I think Microsoft can continue to the upside. Contrarian, we break down below that. We have a dark pool level coming in at 302.80 with a regular block trade in between at 303.26. Okay, I believe those are probably the most significant levels for Microsoft currently. As far as the algorithms concerned, we've got a little bit of a curling up right here off of consolidation, right? This is consolidation. Let me show that. Right. So I would fully intend if Microsoft can get out of its way and continue to the upside, that's a good look. That's a good look for Microsoft. However, if this algo curls back down and needs to come back and back test this area in here, right, then I think Microsoft will come back and test support at that 303.26 level. Okay, moving on to Snow over here in the right-hand corner. Snow, the algo is trading with price action. No real blocks in the last 11 days to help us out. So this is purely a momentum and price action play. The algo is trading with price action, like I mentioned. We do have a block trade at 309. Currently, Snow is selling off all the way back down to 322. So we're back down in this area here. I'm not sure if we crossed over the algo or not, but the algo was curled down going into the close yesterday. So we need to just be aware of the moves that are being made. And let's see. Is this a back test for the algo for this consolidation channel that it was in? Hopefully. If not, and the algo continues to break down, like I said, 309 is the last block trade that came in for Snow. Okay, moving on to Snap. Excuse me. Moving on to Snap. I like this, and I sold out of my position yesterday on accident. I'm such a dummy. Very bullish stock here. Algo's pulling price action up with it. We have the Wu-Tang pattern reversal. And we've got some regular and dark pool targets that have come in. Just show the algo. Last 12 days for Snap have been pretty active. Last 9 days is probably more of a reasonable number to be looking at. Overall net buying, right? The algo, a little bit of a falling wedge breakout here, right? We like to see that on the algorithm. We have the Wu-Tang pattern reversal with price action. It's really nice when those levels line up with some block trades. So we do have a white line. We've got that regular dark pool block trade cluster. That's going to be our target. 70, let's call it 74.90 possibly. It's really hard to read. We do have a regular block trade target that came in on the 13th at 75, excuse me, 75.46. And dark pool support. We have dark pool support coming in at 73.35. Right, that's going to be our most recent support. Below that, 72.70 or 72.70. We hit this 74 level, and we're going to get a lot of resistance psychologically, and there's a dark pool level there from the 9th. So if we go back to the 9th, which is this day here, right? So if it came in on the 9th, we've only had one attempt at it, right? We blew through it the last time, so that may come into play at 74.20-ish, okay? I like Snap to the long. Make sure you play your setup correctly, okay? Don't get head faked into this. All right. A little late today. I apologize. I thought I'd move a little quicker than I was. All right. So SE is another one that's been paying pretty well. We have got regular block trade cluster target at 343.37, 331 support. The algo was trading with price action. It has diverged bearishly. However, if it so if it breaks this support and can't get out of this wedge, then I think it'll continue to bring price action down. We've got this gap up here that we're trying to fill, right? We're trying to fill that gap from 337 to 343. Then we can make a decision if we're going to continue on to the downside, right? We've got nice, strong uptrend support and previous high breakout. So we're in a decision-making area. What I'd like to see is the algo bounce off of this trend line. I'd like to see price action confirm previous high support for that rally to 344. Okay, that is SE. All right, next one was Square, CrowdStrike. Airbnb, and Facebook. Facebook had a massive sell-off yesterday. That's crazy. I'm looking to probably buy this dip. Oh, let's see, I missed my opportunity. Too busy looking at Microsoft. I would have loved to have bought this pullback to 368. All right, I'll get to Facebook in a second. Square. Have we confirmed a reversal here? Possibly. Okay. We've got regular block trade support, or excuse me, resistance from the 14th at 249.49. Just call it 249.50, right? Above that, we've got some dark pool targets that I think have played out. They came in on the 8th, so I think this has been validated out. This regular one may have been validated out, and this one here may have been validated out. So what I'm seeing with Square is we have one regular block trade of resistance to get above, and then I think we can continue to move to the upside, right? Price action. This is a funky little pattern here, right? Kind of funky. Kind of funky. Got to keep an eye on it. So I mean, did we reverse? Pay attention when the algo gets to that line. So decision making at this level here, pretty much. I'll pull a circle around it. So whatever happens when the algo reaches there and price action happens there is going to determine the direction for Square for the next little while. I think there's a longer term like overhead resistance line as well. So just know that we're at a decision making point. Okay. Next one. Let me check out the chat real quick. BACCL PLTR Visa. Catchphrases. Yeah, I've got, well, I'll get into the whole marketing thing later. Okay. Facebook. Algo consolidation, pure price action play. We ran into resistance, regular block trade resistance. It's funny how that block trade from the 7th, right? I mean, it played out here and obviously here, but we ran into it there. I don't know if there's like maybe a couple straggling orders that needed to be filled, but yeah, that level seemed to affect Facebook. So Facebook, like longer term support. Looks like we got a little bit of, I can't even. All right, so if price action moves the way I think it should move, with this is a supply zone here. So we fell through it, we rallied up, we got rejected at this regular block trade level at 37 or 375.90, right there. Did we pull back to previous lows for support for continuation to the upside? The algo is really hard to see, but it's made a higher low and a higher high. It's consolidating. I don't want to be too early on Facebook. I'd rather see a clearly defined move. We had a block trade on the 14th at 37729. That's probably going to be our short-term target. And then we're going to have to consolidate or make a decision because this is a pretty big move, right? So that's Facebook. Okay, we did Square, CrowdStrike. Did I do CrowdStrike? Sorry, I'm a little behind today. Did I do Square already? Or did my thing just not switch? Yeah. Let's try this again. All right. Well, I guess I did Square. CrowdStrike. All right. Let's look at CrowdStrike real quick, and then I'm gonna do BA, and then we'll get into those requests. Okay. All right, we're doing good on time. All right. So CrowdStrike. Let's see. The algo's making higher highs, right? And higher lows. We're into consolidation here. We only have one block trade that is providing support and resistance currently, coming in at 259.24. Come on. Draw the line. 259.24. We broke above it. This is a pretty interesting move here. Let's see what we got going on. All right. What happens with the algo here? Does it make a head and shoulders? Anyway, it's range bound. We have nice uptrend support, previous high breakout, right? If the algo can continue to move up and break out of its own little box here, I think that we can continue on to the upside. Contrarian, we reject there. We come back and retest trendline support, break below trendline support, and then we come and take out, coming back, test some of these previous lows, these areas here. I like Square to the upside to retest these areas, right? So I'm long on CrowdStrike. Okay, Airbnb. It's been a beautiful thing to play Airbnb the last couple days. I really just have to start paying attention to things for long term. I would have loved to get back in at 150 for for the the college fund. We talked about this the other day. It was hilarious. I told my kids have comments in a lot of stocks, and every time they get in trouble, I'm like, um, "That's it. I'm selling some of your stock." They're like, "No, Dad, we're sorry." Okay, so what do we got here? All right, Algo is right. Looking for that bull flag breakout on the algorithm. This is a pretty significant uptrend, right? It's pretty significant. Broke, filled the gap. Look for a pullback to back test that support, right? This area there. Look for a pullback to back test that. Continuation to the upside. The algorithm is going to run into block trade resistance at 160.25. Oh, wrong line. And dark pool level at 160.56. So the algo's got a job to do. It's got to break this wedge, or it's got to break this flag, bull flag breakout. It's got to have enough momentum to get itself through these previous regular and block trade or regular and dark pool levels at 160.25.50, right? Then I definitely think we can continue to move to the upside on Airbnb. Okay. All right. So BA CCL, is it small cap day? Is that what we're saying? PLTR. And here's a gem for you guys, Grow Generation. I had commons going into the close yesterday. I made a little bit of money on it. I like the way this stock moves. Okay. All right. BA. BA is on my no-fly list. I don't trade BA. However, if there's going to be sector rotation, I may have to start looking at BA again. We're obviously going to have a conversation and establish some boundaries. But BA needs to understand that we're not cool like that, but we can respect each other. All right, Algo is making higher highs, higher lows, currently trading with price action. So look for previous highs and previous lows of BA to be targets. Also, remember BA is very, very sensitive to the news. So good news, bad news, just be careful with it. That's why we broke up. It had some good news and decided to take a crap, and I'm like, what, sucko? So this is a tough one. It's either right. It's either going to back test this. I guess it's all really where you draw your trend lines, right? So just be careful with it. Possible inverse head and shoulders, possible head and shoulders. So that's just BA. I have no love for it. CCL. I also have no love for CCL. It took a lot of my money years ago. This is another one that is very reactionary to the news. It looks like it moves in about 10-cent increments. It's currently resting at a regular block trade level 2320, right? That came in on the 14th. So yeah, this is a viable block trade right there. This came in at this point here. We've got support at 23. We have a dark pool that printed on the really recently. This is the most recent dark pool right here. So that dark pool printed here on the 15th could have possibly been a bunch of buy orders, right? Which caused CCL to rally to the upside. We do have overhead trendline resistance that's you have to pay attention to. And I'm just gonna go from there. Right. So if it rallies up to this point, it may fall off after that. So just keep an eye on it. It's at resistance. Look for a couple things could happen. It could rally through 2320 up to 2340 and then come back and back test 2320 for the continuation to the upside. Who knows? PLTR, look at all the block activity in the last 9 days. That is a lot of institutional interactions. Okay. Now, when I say institutional, I'll get into that later. Trading with price action, Algo smacked into resistance at 27. Right here, regular block trade resistance. The Algo hit it and crawled back down to the downside. Below that, we've got regular block trade support at 2660 and 2630. I'm just grabbing the most recent block trades. Yeah. So PLTR, what's going on with it? Could be. Yeah, if it fails, I think it comes back and tests 2660. Then it can continue on to the upside. All right, GRWG. This is a gem. Super cheap. Was trading at 40 2 weeks ago. It's trading at 25. It's got huge upside potential. 27 is going to be the significant level for it. Okay. If it can get above 27, I will buy the back test of 27. I just didn't want to get faked out with how crazy the market's doing. I got in at a good entry at 26 and went to 26.89. I made almost $100 on commons. That's my rule. And so we're good. All right. So we have a wedge needs to break out. We don't have any block trades to help us out. So we're going to use previous lows as targets. All right. There's our targets. Stair step up. The algo is doing its job. It is making, right? See how it broke out of its little wedge and it's continuing on in an uptrend. No more block trades to speak of. So this is pure price action. Just know that the algo is buying into it. Okay. All right. Let's go. What do we got? IRNT and EA. Yes. EA had news that they're going to release Battlefield. I just posted this. EA announces Battlefield 2042 is now set to launch worldwide on November 19th. So that's bullish for them. Also, SpaceX launched 4 civilians into space yesterday and brought them back. Right? Holy commercial astronauts, not a government-backed crew to orbit the Earth. What? They launched some people. Dude, how would you like to be Elon's friend and be like, yo, bro, send me to space for a week. Let's go. I want to know who the first man in space to smoke weed is going to be. Any guesses? Joe Rogan? Cheech? Chong? Snoop Dogg? Let me know in the comments section below. All right. IRNT. Oh, Visa. I'm sorry. I missed Visa. EA. All right. All right. IRNT. I don't know what this stock does, but it has rallied. It's doubled in the last couple days. Cup and handle. We have block trade support at 30.37, 27.50. Algo is trading with price action. This is pretty incredible here. I don't know what IRNT does, but I'm going to check them out. I like plays that get my heart rate going. Ooh, baby. Look at that. 60 to 43. Jesus. Criminy. Sorry, I have to let the group know about this one. All right. Okay. IRNT. What do we got here? So during the market, right, opened at 26, high of 32, closed at 29. Stocks that move like this in aftermarket and pre-market hours scare me. There's nothing you can do to control any of this. All of the options are controlled here. So what do we got going on? I would love for this stock to give us an opportunity at 37, 38 or even 40. It looks pretty heavy right now. So expect a lot of profit taking at the open. Is this just, did it have good earnings or something? I don't even know what this stock is, but let's throw a fib on it and see what we can do about it, shall we? All right, so it's gonna be tough because I think it's blown through all the levels. Right, so it has blown through all the levels. It's either going to be that one or it's going to be I think that's the level there. So rally to 60, pull back to 42, potential rally to 45 or sell off back down to 36, right? That would complete the finger. You guys know the middle finger theory of parabolic stocks. Let me show you it. Parabolic stocks have to form a an FU basically, right? That's the move, right? Make sense? Make sense? Okay. Don't get suckered. Do not get suckered. All right. Shit. All right. I want to get commons of this stock. Damn it. It's already gone. I'm looking for rejection of the 4-hour top. Missed it. Missed it for the biscuit. I missed it. All right, maybe I can get the rejection of 22, pull back, and then move. Okay, so Lucid, they're getting a lot of news about they're going to be the luxury EV brand for the United States. They've got some great looking vehicles. They're Saudi backed now, so they have all the money. I should have got in at 10. I had commons. So silly. I like Lucid for the long term stack positive moving averages. We are at the 4-hour top, daily mid. Expect rejection here. Pull back to the rising 200 for continuing to move to the upside, unless this was that move, right? On the daily, check this out, right? This is an ugly looking head and shoulders. Don't ever trade this, except for it's got news and it's got financial backing now. Okay. Slingshot squeeze getting ready to release. I'm gonna be buying dips on this for the long term. Okay, that's I want this thing to fail. Yes, I do. I said it first. Fail miserably, so that I can get cheap commons. That's what I want. I can't believe I just didn't do that. Can I believe I didn't do that? I don't know what's wrong with me. Sometimes I don't know. I gotta learn to get out of my own way sometimes. All right. It's 15 till the open. If you have any requests, last requests, get them into me now. Come on, there we go. Get them into me now, and we will get going. Okay, let's see what we got. BA up, yes sir, dude. Yeah, I watched the same video last night from Charlie. He did talk about IRNT. I've been doing a little sideways research on things that happen after he talks about it. He moves the market, so you know, he does help move the market. ATER, he talked about that the other day. It rallied. He stopped talking about it. It sold off. IRNT, you might have another day with it. May have another day or so with it. Yeah. So it rallied. He briefed on it, right? Everybody bought into it here. It shot up. It's fading. Yeah, this is going to be sketch city, right? If you've watched any of his other videos, he tells you how to trade it, right? So, okay. If there's no more requests, I'm going to take a break and see if I can get my laptop set up to stream the open. If I do, I'll post something on Twitter. If not, I will see you all tomorrow. Thanks for joining me. Once again, my name is Dark Bull Algo, and I'm here every morning, an hour before the open. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, leave comments in the comments section below, help source that info. I'll see y'all either in a little bit or I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one.